Ladies and gentlemen, before we start the video, I want to remind everybody, Content Creator Program is going on for the 17th season. Don't forget to hit that support button, guys. I am sending out codes every single day. If you're not supporting, it's absolutely free. It's free codes throughout the whole thing. We should get about 5 more codes coming your way this season. It's easy, it's free, it's linked in every single comment section and pinned in every single video. So don't forget, guys, to hit that support button, get yourselves in. I want to say a big shout out to my top 10, J-Stow, Limeskew, Handsome Jack, 162, Fenrir, 6782, Joestar, Mistizio, and we got Deeps, of course, 2640. Thank you so much, guys, for all the love and support. Let's get on with the video. All right, folks, we are back. So if you have already been watching the stream, you probably know this is coming very soon. That's right. A lot of people are asking, hey, Payne, when is the Shadow Monarch going to be released? Well, they finally announced it. It is going to be released this upcoming patch. And yes, it is a carbon copy of the Overdrive Shadow Monarch. Now, they have promised us a couple different things. This is going to be a successor class for Sung Jin Woo himself. It is a dark attribute, and they did mention in the last live stream that they're going to make it very easy to get, or at least grindable for free-to-play players, pay-to-win players. It doesn't matter who you are. There's going to be multiple ways to get this successor, unlike Mario, which was completely pay to win. Now, with that being said, this is probably the biggest thing to look forward to in the next patch, but there is a lot that was released this patch, and I want to break this down for you guys to see what was done properly and what wasn't, and we're going to talk a little bit about this while I try the second hard mode boss on the WOBL. So let's get into that real quick. All right, ladies and gents, we are back here again. So while I'm going to be doing hard mode on my free-to-play account on the second boss, hopefully we can make a guide out of it for you. I'm going to talk about all the updates that have happened with this patch and everything that you probably should know in the month of July with some gameplay along the way. All right, so first, a couple things we already know, very easy ones to spot, is the release of Agnes Rivera, which made the Dark Team even more powerful than before, and she is a crazy addition to the game because she does insane amounts of damage. So that's number one. Number two, we of course have the increased Shadow Now army with the inclusion, oh look at that, with the inclusion of a brand new unit, or brand new Shadow, that is, with Greed. Greed is out, and he is an incredible Shadow for win, plus a amazing backup Shadow with the ability to give you more crit hit rate and crit hit damage. So really important unit and Shadow to use as a sub Shadow as well as a main Shadow for the team that you probably will use next patch most often, and that is the win team. So that is a pretty big one right there. Those are the two big ones, but there's some smaller things that they've added that a lot of people haven't noticed or taken advantage of, and I think it's something that's pretty important to talk about. So first off, gems had a massive release with something that's brand new, and that is the inclusion of these tickets here, which allow you to change and unequip without losing a gem. So that's an important one, guys, because a lot of the times before we had to override gems, and now you get to finally get to keep your gems in your inventory. Rather than deleting them completely, you can actually unequip them or change them, making it a lot easier to get yourself better organized with your gems. With that being said as well too, Sung Jin Woo's vitality boost in terms of stats was a big one to give you more TP. So if you're looking for TP, guys, this is a big thing to have, because of course it gave you guys more TP, which gives you guys the easy ability to beat some of the bosses on the second level. So I'll be doing some gameplay as well, again, once I go through this. 4 new skills were added, actually. So we have a brand new skill here. One is going to be called the Obliteration Kick. Right over here, you guys can see it's a dark skill, which allows you to increase your, using a core attack, basically the Shadow Strike here. A Shadow Strike increases dark damage by increased Dark Obliteration Kick on bosses and elite bosses by 30%. So pretty good, and it stacks up to 6 times. So pretty decent damage on that one. We also have Frozen Flow, which is a brand new skill as well too. That was added recently as well. Right here, you guys can see it as a brand new Frozen Flow. So this one here increases critical hit rate by 100% and its critical hit damage by 100% whenever using the skill. And then there's of course the other 2 skills. There's Torrent Cleave and Void Punch were also added into the game. So a couple of different skills were put into place for Sung Jin Woo in order to be able to do more damage based on some of the skills that he has available to him now. And honestly, some of these were pretty required, right? Like for example, Void Punch here increases the dark damage the opponent takes by 5% for 12 seconds at the rarity, and it goes higher and it stacks up to 3 times. So really good for guild boss. So a couple different things were added, of course, on this one as well too. Plus, not to mention, the WOBL hard mode is probably the most difficult hard mode we've ever had. One that's, I think, has put a lot of people questioning their abilities, and also not to mention, it's also done quite a bit in regards to giving us a challenge, something very similar to Vulcan. I'd say even harder than Vulcan has ever recreated, right? And also we have ourselves a couple different skins that were out. Of course, we have ourselves the Vulcan Raid, which came out last patch, and then Thesis Grimoire Tome of the Aurora, which is the Power of Calamity season reward for this one. So a lot of really cool things have come out this patch, including, of course, the events that are going on right now. So make sure you guys do these, including this crazy upgrade wheel. And yeah, no, I have not done that on my pay to win. I'm not paying $2,000 to boost my power, but on free to play, this has been actually fantastic. It has given us quite a few things to get for free, and it's honestly something that everybody should be aiming to complete if they possibly can. I don't know if it's possible to complete without using any tokens as free to play, but it is of course available to us. And of course, lastly, as I mentioned already, the release of WOBL hard mode. So I'm going to go jump into that right now. We're going to do a little bit of gameplay, and don't forget to do these, guys. These are super easy. These tickets are easy to claim. Make sure you try to collect as many of these as you can. There's a lot of different dailies you can do. I got to go back and do a few of these myself, and then try to complete this and get as many of these as possible in order to keep getting those free rewards. And then of course the mini games are also available for free rewards, which gives you guys additional tickets. These are weekly, so you can go ahead and do them whenever you're ready. Now with WOBL hard mode, guys, this has been probably again one of the most fun hard modes I've ever done. I normally don't struggle with this, but this has been pretty crazy. Also, I want to make a quick note here that for breakers, they are now viable again with the Overseer's Forbidden Library. It looks like you need a breaker for every single one of these story modes. So if you plan to do this story, guys, make sure that you bring a breaker for every single mode, because it looks like break bars are a thing again, and you're going to need to build quite a few of them to make it work for you. So if anyone who plans to do this, bring breakers. Okay, it's going to be a requirement, and you're going to have to use them. Also, don't reset all your hunters, because Forbidden Library does require quite a bit of effort in terms of the amount of hunters that are being used. So make sure you do that. Now, when it comes down to hard mode, I have gotten here. This is the first time in a long time that I've actually had to collect blessings as well. But we have, of course, the Molten Flame Expanse left, and then this Blessing Stone, and then we have, of course, to finish this Seal Primordial Lungs, which is Legaia, in order to get that done. Now, as mentioned, this has been probably the toughest, and I mean toughest, WOBL we've had in a very, very long time. And that is a compliment to the devs for making it difficult, for making us use different strategies, for making us use various different effects, and things that we never use. For example, building a Vitality build for SJW just to hit enough here to make this work is a pretty crazy thing for us to have to do. And honestly, all the power to them. All right, guys, going into WOBL hard mode. Now, this has been probably one of the most difficult ones we've ever had, and rightfully so. I guess the devs have now decided that going forward, WOBL is going to be top 1K for pay-to-win players. Free-to-play players have a chance at 3K. Very, very difficult even, but 6K is where free-to-play players are going to roam. So anyway, if you are a free-to-play player playing this game and you're wondering, hey, Payne, what's changed a lot? Well, that's one of the major things that has changed. They've gone ahead and made it a lot more difficult, and that's okay. That is a good thing for the game. That is a healthy thing for the game, and it gives a lot of incentive for pay-to-win players to continue spending and making the game alive, right? So let's go through this rotation real quick. This boss here is easily one of the more tougher bosses here for a lot of folks, including myself, and I've been very close to finishing this many times, but there have been a little bit of struggle. So the rotation here is pretty straightforward, guys. You go into your overload, you summon Rieji, you do your core attacks, you get all your stuff in, but I'll give you guys the full rotation in a second. Let me just get myself prepared here to do it. You guys can see the countdown. So Moonlight Gale into Rieji into your Phantom Strike. Okay, Phantom Strike goes off again, and you'll have it recast, and then you do your Min, Soma and Ashura, hold it down, core attack into Thunderstorm, into high speed rotation, and back into Soma and Ashura, and then in between you will cast all of your skills, including your ultimate, to keep all that damage going through. Okay, so you guys can see here we are almost done this phase, and we're going to get into the next phase very shortly, and we want to get as much damage in here as possible before it's over. So here you guys can see I'm doing it twice, another time, and here you go, he's gonna try to disappear. We don't want that to happen, so we're gonna do our ult. And again, during overload phase, guys, you want to do as much as possible. Now at 70%, he's gonna disappear for a couple minutes. He's gonna go over somewhere else, and you don't want that to happen without casting all of your skills off right there. You guys can see we got a lot of damage in there, which is great during overload phase. And look at that, 2 minutes and 25 seconds with 50-something% left HP. This phase here, you want to make sure you hit the orbs back at the opponent. Completing this part will be pretty straightforward right here, boom. And And the problem here with this phase is even if you get the bar fully completed with all perfects right now, you still have to complete the whole phase, which is, I think, a big time waste and a big issue with this specific boss. And don't forget to do basic attacks. Keep your MP up, guys. So this is one of the bosses. It's not even difficulty. It's literally mechanics. It's all nonsense that they've put through here to make it difficult for no reason. And again, the biggest difficulty is the iframes that this boss provides. And what you have to deal as a player is going through all these phases that just waste nothing but time. I think this is one of the bosses where I don't like how they've created it. I think they could have done a better job with this boss. And it's honestly just, it looks like a cop-out from the devs on a lot of the things that this guy does. So anyways, here we go. We're going to keep going. You guys can see we got Shadow Step in place. We're going to go Thunderstorm. Again, get as much damage as you can in, guys, before he disappears. And make sure you hit that ultimate during the overload phase. Very, very important to do that part, okay? You guys can see we're doing pretty decent here. We're going to continue doing as much damage as we can during overload. Don't let him disappear. He's going. Okay, that's okay. We got it. So here you need to have your high-speed rotation in, and don't screw this. Okay, so right here, you guys can see right away, I'm already close. I'm not going to bother going there because that's going to screw me up. So we're going to go one more time, and we're going to just don't get hit, guys. The main thing is don't get hit by these breaths. If you get hit, it's going to actually screw you over a lot more than you need to be screwed over for. So just hold off on there and just give yourself a couple seconds to just regroup, and you should have enough time to complete this. Okay, so here we guys go. Thunderstorm, same rotation as always. 1, 2, 3. I went ahead and cast my shadows already. We're going to go ahead and do this. And right here, the biggest issue we're going to face is just time. So time is of the essence here, of course. And we want to make sure that we have enough time to cast all of our skills. Riegi. There it is. There it is. Okay, we're going to dodge here, unfortunately. We have no choice. Take that one in the face. 2, 3. And we're going to Thunderstorm. And this should get the job done. There it is. We've completed it. 15 seconds remaining. And that's why WOBL has been so difficult. This is unorthodox. The way we build things unorthodox, and the way we play this is a little bit more unorthodox than what we're used to. So there you guys go. Second boss complete for free to play. Last boss remaining, and it's going to be a fun one, guys. So make sure you get the last blessing here, and we'll do the Lagai guide for you as well too. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to hit a like, subscribe. I'll see you guys in the next one. Take care.